Imagine this, it's late at night, you're half asleep, just scrolling through your phone. Then, a video pops up, nothing fancy, no filters, no glam. Just a young woman, barefaced, sitting in front of her phone camera. She has that look in her eyes. The kind that says, I'm about to tell you something that's going to change everything. That's how most people met Sunni Minx. No professional lighting. No media push. Just one shaky Instagram live that sent the entire Love and Marriage, Huntsville fanbase into a frenzy. At first, Sunni didn't mention any names. But honestly, she didn't need to. Her clues were so specific it didn't take long for people to connect the dots. She spoke about a man who appears on TV every week, preaching about family and love, while behind the scenes he was ignoring his own child. Fans immediately started asking, wait, is she talking about Marsau Scott? It didn't take long for gossip blogs, YouTubers, Reddit threads, and social media sleuths to come to the same conclusion. Sunni was calling out Marsau Scott, the businessman and reality TV personality who seemed to have the perfect marriage with his wife Letitia. But that image started to fall apart in real time. Less than 2 days later, Sunni went live again. This time, she didn't hold back. She said it straight, Marsau Scott is the father of my child. She wasn't out to destroy anyone's marriage, she said. She just wanted him to acknowledge their child. And yes, she had taken a DNA test. Now, let's talk about Sunni herself. This wasn't some clout-chasing moment. She's not an attention-seeking internet personality trying to go viral. Sunni is a rising influencer from Atlanta who had always kept her personal life low-key. But something clearly pushed her to speak up, maybe the constant silence, the pressure of being a single mom, or just the need to stop protecting someone who didn't protect her. She said their relationship started when Marsau was traveling for business. It was passionate at first, but then nothing. He stopped responding, stopped checking in. While she was left pregnant and confused, he was posting smiling photos with his wife and kids, playing the perfect family man online. And then things got even more complicated. After Sunni spoke out, old rumors about Marsau began bubbling back to the surface. Old blog posts, screenshots of sketchy DMs, and timelines that didn't quite add up suddenly started making sense. Apparently, Sunni wasn't the first woman to suggest Marsau was living a double life. She was just the first one to bring proof, a certified DNA test. Marsau's entire brand on Love and Marriage, Huntsville, was built on being a loving husband and dedicated father. So, when Sunni made her claim public, his silence spoke volumes. No interviews. No direct denial. Just a vague Instagram story that read, rumors are rumors. I stand by my family. It felt cold. Unapologetic. Letitia, his wife, also posted once something vague about praying for truth and privacy. Then, she vanished. No more daily updates. No couple content. Fans noticed fast. Some even suspected things were already rocky between them before Sunni ever said a word. Things only got messier from there. People close to the couple claimed Marsau had hired a private investigator to dig into Sunni's past. Instead of facing the issue, he tried to discredit her. Meanwhile, more blogs popped up with details like a past restraining order filed by Marsau's own father. It all started to paint a picture of someone who wasn't as stable or responsible as he seemed on TV. And then came the moment that changed everything. Sunni went live one more time. This time, she had the DNA results in her hand. Her voice trembled, her hand shook, but she read it anyway. The test confirms Marsau Scott is the biological father of my child. That one sentence shook the internet. Comments poured in so fast, her live stream couldn't keep up. Some people were heartbroken, others supportive, flooding the feed with messages like, "We believe you." But of course, not everyone was kind. Trolls accused her of chasing fame, of trying to break up a family. But she didn't gloat. She didn't smile. She looked exhausted, like someone who had carried a heavy burden for way too long. Marsau's team eventually released a statement. It didn't deny the DNA results, but it didn't confirm them either. It was all PR speak, this is a personal matter. Our focus is on healing as a family. Still, no apology. No ownership. Letitia's social media went dark. No more posts. No more mentions of Marcel. People started speculating that she had moved out. Paparazzi spotted her at an event alone. No wedding ring. No smile. Behind the scenes, producers at Love and Marriage, Huntsville were reportedly scrambling. This wasn't a minor side story. This was a major scandal involving a key cast member. Some insiders said production had paused. Others claimed the network was considering giving Sunni a role on the show or even a seat at the reunion. But it wasn't just about reality TV anymore, it was becoming a public relations nightmare. Advertisers were nervous. Cast members were divided. Some didn't want to film with Marcel unless he addressed the issue on camera. It had gone far beyond gossip, it was now a business problem. Meanwhile, Sunni kept things surprisingly calm. She didn't release screenshots or voice notes, though she hinted she had more. She started posting soft moments, instead videos of her morning routine with her baby, quiet captions about healing. It didn't feel like a media stunt. It felt like a woman finally reclaiming peace. Then, a screenshot leaked. It showed a payment from Marcel to Sunni, made just weeks before she went public. It wasn't a lot of money, but it made people wonder, was it hush money? If he had been secretly supporting her, why lie about it publicly? Rumors of legal threats started floating around. Marcel's legal team had allegedly warned Sunni not to make any more defamatory claims. But with the DNA test in her hands, Sunni wasn't backing down. One post from her backup account simply said, "Don't push me. I've been holding back out of respect." The silence from Marcel's side made everything louder. Every time he tried to post something normal, fans flooded his comment section with baby emojis and questions like, "Changed any diapers lately?" His defenders started disappearing. The weight of the truth was too heavy now. And Sunni? She didn't gloat. She wasn't seeking fame. In one emotional clip, she said, "I didn't want this kind of attention. I just didn't want to raise my baby in the shadows." That one line touched people. Even those who hadn't been following the story started paying attention. Now, with the dust beginning to settle, one big question remains. What's next? Will Marcel admit the truth and step up? Will Letitia leave or choose to stand by him? And where does Sunni go from here? Is she a plot twist in Marcel's story, or is this the start of her own? One thing's clear, the truth is out. The polished image is gone. And whatever Marcel thought he could keep hidden is now right in the spotlight. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a reckoning. And the woman who started it all? She wasn't trying to be famous. She was just done being invisible. And now, here we are with the truth no longer hiding in the shadows. Sunni Minx didn't just expose a scandal, she forced a conversation. Not just about Marsau Scott, or even reality TV couples, but about image versus reality, about what happens when the truth doesn't fit the brand. She could have gone silent. She could have accepted the money and stayed in the background. But she didn't. She stood up, not for fame, but for her child. For recognition. For closure. And whether you agree with how she did it or not, one thing's undeniable: she didn't lie. Meanwhile, Marcel has continued to avoid direct confrontation. Letitia's silence has spoken louder than any post ever could. The fairy tale image they built online has crumbled. And now, fans aren't just viewers anymore, they're witnesses to a real-life reckoning. The producers may spin it, the network might edit it, and PR teams will continue trying to control the story. But none of that changes the fact that the truth came out outside of a studio, with no glam team, no producers, and no script, just one woman, her phone, and a lot of courage. What happens next? That part is still unwritten. Will Marcel finally speak up and face the consequences? Will Letitia rebuild or walk away for good? Will Sunni be brought into the show or choose to walk her own path far away from the drama? We don't know. But what we do know is that this story is far from over. And for those watching, here's something to think about: behind every messy headline is a human being. Behind every viral post is someone living through real pain, real pressure, and real consequences. So before you scroll past or drop a comment, ask yourself, what if that was you? Because Sunni Minx didn't go live to be messy. She went live because silence was no longer an option. And sometimes, telling the truth means letting go of how people might see you. So whether you're Team Sunni, Team Letitia, or just trying to understand it all, remember, this isn't just reality TV anymore. This is real life. And it's unfolding one post at a time. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives like this, and don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments. How do you think this is going to play out? Will Marsau ever take accountability? Should Sunni be added to the cast? Is Letitia better off walking away? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and remember, the truth always finds a way to the surface. Should Sunni be added to the cast? Is Letitia better off walking away? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and remember, the truth always finds a way to the surface.